Namaste, Manoj sir. Namaste and good evening, everyone. Welcome to our February edition of Swar Shravan on this Super Bowl Sunday. Hope everyone is doing well. About a week or so ago, we were all greatly saddened to learn of the demise of Bharat Ratna Lata Mangeshkar ji. Most of us grew up listening to her magical voice. She was a true jewel in every sense of the word. Our salutations and naman to her, no doubt. Sir will have his own thoughts as well on Lataji. So let me hand it off to Manoj sir for his thoughts and to introduce us to the artists for today. Sairam, sir, over to you.
Thank you, Seshadriji. Namaskar, everyone. As Seshadriji mentioned just now, exactly a week back on February 6th, we lost probably one of the most legendary figures in world history, I would say. Someone who impacted music not just in India but all over the world. Lata Didi, as she was fondly called. You know, I'm sure it is the case with everyone that when we all were growing up, the first few songs that we must have heard on our radio sets or cassette tapes would be Lata Didi's songs. And for many of us, her songs kindled our interest in music, which continues till date. And that is the kind of impact that she has had on all of our lives, and I'm sure will continue to have till eternity. So I offer my most humble pranams and salutations to Lata Didi and pray to her and pray to the Lord Almighty that may her inspiration provide us the right direction to continue not just our musical journey but the journey of all our lives. So with these thoughts, let's move on with our artist for today. And today is session number 18, which means today is the turn of an instrumental maestro. So the artist for today is someone who is very unique in his own right, in the sense that he introduced a lot of innovations in his instrument. And the instrument that I'm talking about is Santur. Yes. But when I say Santur, obviously the name that will come first in all of your minds will be Pandit Shivkumar Sharma ji. And no doubt he was the one who brought Santur on the world musical map, from it being a Kashmiri folk instrument, right? So on the one hand, Pandit Shivkumar Sharma ji brought Santur on the world map, but on the other hand, our artist for today introduced a lot of innovations in this instrument. Just for a little bit of information, Santur refers to Shatatantri Veena, meaning Veena with 100 strings. And so, from that point of view, or from that point to the current day Santur that we see, it has undergone a lot of changes. And our artist for today is quite responsible for a few of those changes. And I think let me not stretch it any further with the name of the artist. We are talking about the Santur maestro who sadly left us actually at a reasonably young age of 68. I'm talking about none other than Pandit Ulhas Bapat ji. Yes, Pandit Ulhas Bapat. So, Ulhasji was born in 1950, but sadly he left us all in 2018. As we move on with his presentations for today, we will talk about his musical journey. Of course, we will get to hear his interviews. So, we will first start his presentation for today with a relatively unknown rag. And the name of the rag is Chandranandan. Yes, rag Chandranandan. Sorry about that. So we're going to start with rag Chandranandan. It's a very unique rag. It's a combination of 3 to 4 rags. It was apparently created by the Sarod legend Ustad Ali Akbar Khan Sahab. And it's a late night melody. So we have heard in the past rags like Jog Kaunse, Chandra Kaunse, Mal Kaunse. So this rag is a combination of all these 3 rags. Chandranandan. So something like this.
Delete. Tab bar. Settings. Tab. 5 of 5.
Sa da ni ni sa ni sa ga ma ga sa re ni sa ni sa ga ma pa ma ga ma dha ni dha ma pa ga sa re ni sa ni sa ga ma dha ni dha ga ma dha ni sa dhani sa ga sa dhani dha ma pa ga ma dha ma pa ga ma ga sa re ni sa da da ni sa ga ga ma ga sa. This is a bit of a complex arrangement of swars, but not very heard, definitely not in vocal parlance, but heard very less even in instrumental field. But this is one such instance in which Pandit Ulhasji has played this. So uh, we will hear his alab, jod and jhala. So like all of you know, uh, at the beginning of an instrumental concert, these are the three aspects that are introduced before the actual composition starts. And then the compositions that he plays are both set to teen tal, 16 beat cycle. So here we go, Panditji with Rag Chandranandan.
Offline. Tab. 06 Rag 03 Lalit. File info. 01 Chandranandan. MP. Selected. / backup button.
Ah. Just want to interrupt here actually. See that glide that you heard just now? Tang, tang. That is normally not heard in Santur. This is a very significant innovation that he has done in Santur. And we will talk about as to how that came about. But this is what we need to listen for when we listen to Ulhasji playing Santur. It's very unique and it comes at a point wherein you're forced to say, aha, wah. That's the beauty in which he presents that glide, which normally you will never hear on Santur. So, yeah, sorry about the break, but I had to talk about it. So, let's hear this. Ah. 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 This is the Jod. झाला. Ah. And now the composition starts. Then, then, da, da, then, da, da, tin, ta, ta, dhin, dha, Wonderful Laikari this. Fast tintal, drut tintal.
Speech off.
That was something, wasn't it? Such a unique rag and something different that we heard on Santur, right? As I said, the mead, the glide that he got into Santur. So, something very interesting about Ulhasji was he learnt his music initially from his father. Of course, you'll be listening to all this in his interview also, but just to give you a heads up, afterwards he learnt from a very well-known Sarod maestro herself, about whom probably we might do a Shravan session also, Vidushi Zareen Sharma, also called Zareen Daruwala earlier. Zareen ji also played in Bollywood in some of the songs that you hear. Sarod in the 70s was played by Zareen ji. So Ulhasji got a chance to learn from her, and the glide that you hear from him on the Santur, I'm pretty sure was influenced by her, because that's exactly the way she would play Sarod. So it was very interesting that Ulhasji introduced that concept in Santur, which was not existent before. And then Ulhasji also learnt with one of the doyens of Agra Gharana, Pandit K.G. Gindeji, who was a vocalist. So he learnt the rags in a way as to a vocalist would perform, and then tried to introduce his Santur instrumentation into that, by which he was able to make a very unique style of his own, right? So there is something very unique about Ulhasji, that he learnt Santur, or to play various rags, I should say, from a very renowned vocalist as Gindeji. So the next rag that we're going to hear from Ulhasji is, now of course the rags that you will hear from now on are going to be very popular rags, so no more surprises now. This is a very popular rag, Rag Madhuvanti, which of course all of you know about. Sa ga ma pa ni ni sa dha pa da ma pa ga ma ga re re sa. So in this rag he's going to be presenting a Vilambit Gat in Teen Tal. So here you go, Rag Madhuvanti.
Speech on. Playlists. Tab. 02 Madhuvanti.
The glide. Wow. That was Rag Madhuvanti. So, after this one, the next composition that we'll hear from Ulhasji is from one of the very popular morning rags, early morning rags, and that is Rag Lalit. Nire ga ma 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 ga ga ma dha ni re ni ma dha ma ga ga re sa ni re ga ga ma. So a composition, Drut composition, Teen Tal. So Rag Lalit from Panditji.
Speech on. File info. 03 Lalit. MP3. 12.7 MB. Button. Speech off.
Look at the glide. Watch out for the glides. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Din da da, din da da, din da da, din da da. Ah. Wow. So That was Rag Lalit. So now we come to the important, the most awaited part of the session. That's something, the segment in which we get to know the artist. Now, his interview, Pandit Ulhasji's interview, is in Marathi. Just to give you a heads up, so he was a trained tabla player, and apparently he learned tabla for 18 years. And it so happened one day that when somebody said, "Hey, there is nobody in this whole world when it comes to playing Santur other than Pandit Shivkumar Sharma ji," and that kind of sparked Ulhasji off. He said, "Okay, let's try this phenomenon called Santur," because he always thought that he wanted to do things that people felt were not possible to be done. So he said, "Okay, although I have learned tabla, I'm a well-trained tabla player, but let me just see what this thing Santur is called." And then he took it up, and my word, didn't he take it up? And then he just, continued, and as we will hear in his interview, very briefly, obviously, about his journey. So here you go with Pandit Ji with his interview.
Speech on. Low power. Close. Button. Low power mode. Select file info. 04 interview. MP3. 18.7 MB. 2000. Select.
मी तुम्हाला सरळ प्रश्नच विचारते की हे वाद्य मूळ कुठलं आहे आणि ते तुम्हाला का वाटलं की हे वाद्य तुम्ही घ्यावं, कारण हे वाद्य कठीण आहे, तारा जुळवणं कठीण आहे, त्याची व्याप्ती म्हणजे महाभयंकर आहे, म्हणजे सामान्य माणसाला पेलण्यासारखी नाहीये.
ॲक्च्युअल काय झालं, संतूर हे वाद्य बऱ्याच ठिकाणी बऱ्याच देशात आहे. त्याच्या आकारमान आणि वाजवण्याची पद्धत तिथल्या संस्कृतीप्रमाणे बदलत गेली आणि त्या वाद्याचं तसं रूप लोकांच्या समोर आलं. जसं आपल्याकडे हे काश्मीरचं वाद्य म्हणून आपण पाहिलं, तिथल्या सोफियाना मौसिके म्हणून जे संगीत, त्याच्यात एक साथीचं वाद्य म्हणून ते आलं. आणि सगळेच जण जाणतात की पंडित शिवकुमार शर्मा यांनी या वाद्याला शास्त्रीय संगीतात एक फार उच्च स्थान असं मिळवून दिलं. म्हणजे आजच्या घडीला कुठचीही कॉन्फरन्स संतूर शिवाय पूर्ण होत नाही असं. ते वाद्य तसं असताना मी पण लहानपणी ऐकले त्यांचे कार्यक्रम, आणि माझं मूळ वाद्य आधी तबला होतं. मी वयाच्या 5व्या वर्षापासून तबला वाजवत होतो. माझ्या वडिलांकडे मी सुरुवातीला शास्त्रीय संगीताचे म्हणजे गायनाचे तबल्याचे धडे त्यांच्याकडे घेतले. मग पुढे 12 वर्ष पंडित रमाकांत म्हापसेकर यांच्याकडे मी तबला शिकलो, आणि तबला हेच माझं वाद्य होतं तेव्हा. एकदा एका ठिकाणी काय झालं, चर्चेत असं निघालं की सितार वाजवणारे खूप जण आहेत पण पंडित रविशंकरजींचं कोणी नाही आहे, सरोदमध्ये खूप जण आहेत पण अलीगुरग सारखं कोणी नाही. असं होता ते संतूरवर ती व्यक्ती आली आणि ती म्हणाली, संतूर तो दुनिया में बजाने वाले एक ही है और कोई नाही बजाते. तर मला असं क्युरियोसिटी वाटली, इतकं गोड वाद्य आहे, इतकं छान आहे, आणि का लोक नाही वाजवत आहे. म्हणून मी त्या वाद्याकडे वळलो आणि मी शोधलं, मला एका ठिकाणी मिळालं. आणि तेव्हाची दुसरी अडचण अशी आली, शिकवणार कोणीच नव्हतं, कारण एकमेव पंडितजी होते. आणि असे क्लासेस पाठी लावलेले असतात, स्थापना 1960 असे क्लासेस मध्ये शोधलं. आणि पण मला हवंच होतं, घ्यायचंच होतं. वडिलांनी आधी थोडा विरोध केला, ते म्हणाले, काय तू एक्झिबिशन करणार आहेस का, तबला आहे मुंबई. मी थोडं व्हायोलिन पण शिकत होतो.
म्हणजे बोईंग इन्स्ट्रुमेंट.
Sorry for that.
Speech on. Sunday. Press home to open. But. App Store. FaceTime. Clock. Health. TV. Dock. Page 1 of 3. Health. Home. Wall. Edit mode. Dock. Message. Page 1 of 3. Page 2 of 3. Page 3 of Star. Hulu. Be My Eyes. YouTube. Idabla Pro. O Player. Wi-Fi transfer. Wi-Fi. Camera videos. iPod library. iTunes. Recently played. Button. 04 interview. 01 Chandranandan. Phyllis List play. 04 interview.
ते म्हणाले काय तू एक्झिबिशन करणार आहेस का? तबला आहे.
Sorry for that.
मी थोडं व्हायोलिन पण शिकत होतो.
अरे म्हणजे
हार्मोनियम-
बोईंग इन्स्ट्रुमेंट आणि
हो, आणि हार्मोनियम पण वाजवत होतो. तर म्हणजे तू काय एक्झिबिशन करायचं का? आता आणखीन एक संतूर आणतोयस, तुला कसं येणार?
अच्छा.
तर शिकवणारं कोणी नाही आहे. तर मी म्हटलं काय माहीत नाही, पण मला आतनं असं इंट्युशन होतं की मला ते घ्यायचं आहे. घे म्हणाले.
हां.
मी आणलं आणि मी अक्षरशः त्या वाद्यात बुडलो. अक्षरशः म्हणजे तेव्हा माझं टाईप सेटिंग युनिट होतं.
हां.
ते पण एक फील्ड बदल आहे. मी प्रिंटिंग टेक्नॉलॉजिस्ट आहे.
Screen
हो.
lock.
हॉबी म्हणून संतूर घेतलं होतं. मग पुढे काही दिवस हॉबी म्हणून प्रेस चालवलं होतं.
प्रेस पण चालवलं
हो.
म्हणजे हे कसं ते
करताना.
अगदीच गद्य आहे
पण
प्रेस
त्याचा
म्हणजे.
तबला होता त्यामुळे म्युझिक सांगत होतं, लाईफ म्युझिकच होतं. तर मी शोधलं याच्यात की शिकवणारा तो कोणी नाही, आपल्याला स्वतःची पाऊलवाट स्वतः शोधायची. तर माझी इच्छा काय होती, जसं मी पेटीवर सगळी आणि सगळे राग वाजवू शकतो तसं या वाद्यावर मला वाजवता आलं पाहिजे. म्हणून मी त्या वाद्याची तशी रचना केली, ट्युनिंगची, की सर्व 12 सूर ट्यून केले. मला त्याला क्रोमॅटिक म्हणतात हे 6 महिन्यानंतर कळलं. ते टर्मिनॉलॉजी माहीत नव्हती. मी सोयीने फक्त आपण तसं करू म्हणजे आपल्याला वाजवता येईल अशा ह्याने मी ते वाजवायला सुरुवात केली. आणि मग वडिलांकडे ज्या बंदिशी वगैरे शिकलो त्या ह्याच्यावर ट्राय केल्या, वाजवायला लागलो, असं लागलो. आणि मग पुढे झरीन दारवालांकडे शिकलो. 5 वर्ष त्यांच्याकडे शिकलो. दंतकारी अंग त्यांच्याकडनं शिकायला मिळालं ॲक्च्युअली. आणि मग त्यांनीच पुढे मला पंडित के.जी. गेंडे
म्हणजे गाणं
आणि गाण्याच्या माध्यमातून संतो. म्हणजे पंडित के.जी. गेंडे आणि पंडित वामनराव सडोलीकर 2 भिन्न घराण्याचे होते, पण शास्त्र त्यांनी शिकवलं. आणि त्यांनी शिकवलेल्या रागवर मी संतूरमध्ये त्याचं इन्स्ट्रुमेंटेशन मी करून घ्यायचो.
आता म्हणजे पुन्हा थोडी मी पुढे जाते कारण आपण महाराष्ट्रीयन आहात. म्हणजे महाराष्ट्रात भावगीत हा एक प्रकार जो म्हणजे गजानन हे आपले वाटवे त्यांच्यापासून जो सुरू झालेला प्रवास, त्या प्रवासाला एक वेगळी अभिजातता निर्माण झाली. सुधीर फडके म्हणा, श्रीनिवास खळे आणि हृदयनाथ मंगेशकर ह्या लोकांनी हे भावगीत एवढं म्हणजे त्याला एक वेगळी प्रेस्टीज अशी वेगळी अभिजातता प्राप्त करून दिली. आणि ते भावगीत लोकांच्या हृदयात पोहोचून म्हणजे ती गाणी म्हणजे आपल्या जीवनाचाच भाग झालेला आहे असं. आणि ही गाणी आमच्या ओठावर अशी सहज घोळतात, परंतु आपल्या संतूरमध्ये ही गाणी जेव्हा वाजायला लागतात तेव्हा कशी एकदम आत्ता माझ्या अंगावर काटा आला पंडितजी. कारण मी ते श्रावणात घननिळा, मग आपलं ऋतू हिरवातलं ते गाणं, अरे बापरे. म्हणजे आणि परवा मी तुमचं म्हणजे नाट्यसंगीत पण ऐकलं. हे कसं काय जमवणं?
नाही, मी मगाशी म्हटलंच की माझा इंटरेस्टच असा आहे की काही नाही हा शब्द आपण ठेवायचा नाही. वाजवता आलं पाहिजे. ते कुठपर्यंत यशस्वी होईल हे त्या वाद्याची प्रकृती आणि ती त्याच्यावर होईल, पण प्रयत्न तर सगळ्याचाच करायला पाहिजे. आणि माझ्या योगाने मी जसं इंडस्ट्रीत पण वाजवलं, तुम्ही तुम्हाला सगळ्यांनाच माहित असेल, जैत रे जैत मधलं मी कात टाकली त्याची सुरुवातच संतूरपासून आहे, ते वाजवलं. किंवा ऋतू हिरवात मी वाजवलं, किंवा पंचमनांकडे इजाजतची सगळी गाणी वाजवली, किंवा मेरा कुछ सामान आहे ते वाजवलं, किंवा अगदी आत्ताच म्हटलं तर फनामधलं चांद सिफारिश ते पण वाजवलं, किंवा वीर झाडामध्ये सबंध म्युझिक माझं आहे. तर त्याची तर इतकी मजा आली. मी मध्यंतरी 2008ला पाकिस्तानला जायचा योगा, मॅक्स मिलर भवनतर्फे एक टूर होती. लाहोर, कराची आणि मुंबई असे 3 प्रोग्राम ठरले होते. तर जर्मनीचा एक सॅक्सोफोन प्लेअर, फ्रान्सचा एक ड्रमर, पाकिस्तानातला तबला, आणि भारतातनं मला संधी मिळाली. तर लाहोरला कार्यक्रमात काय केलं, म्हटलं ह्या लोकांना आपलंसं कसं करायचं आता इथे एकदम वेगळ्या ह्याच्यात. तर त्यांना मी नुसतं म्हटलं की मी एक धून वाजवतो, माझ्या नशिबाने ओरिजिनल मीच वाजवले, मी नाव सांगत नाही, तुम्ही सांगा कुठची आहे ते. म्हणून मी काय केलं, फक्त हे एवढं वाजवल्या ऑडियन्स उठून वीर झारा म्हणून ओरडले. झालं, मी त्यांचं झालो, ते माझे झाले. पुढे मी काय मोकळेपणाने कला सादर करणे. काय होतं, रॅपो हा ऑडियन्सशी जमला ना की आपल्या मनातलं आपण सगळं बोलू शकतो किंवा वाजवू शकतो.
म्हणजे विश्वभाषाच आहे,
हो,
it's a
नाही, नक्कीच.
universal
आणि ह्याला
language.
आणि आता हे म्हटलं म्हणून मला अजून एक उदाहरण द्यावंसं वाटतं. माझ्या अतिशय आवडती एक थीम म्युझिक आहे. पूर्वी एक डॉक्टर झिव्हॅगो म्हणून एक सिनेमा आला, त्याच्यात लारा थीम म्हणून आलं होतं. ती
अच्छा,
हिरोईन जी असते तिच्यासाठी ती थीम होती. म्हणजे जेव्हा जेव्हा तिचे सीन आले तेव्हा ते वाजलं गेलं त्याचं. तर ती मी संतूर ट्राय केली. म्हणजे US मध्ये जेव्हा एका स्टुडंट्सवर लेग डेम होतं तेव्हा मी हा पॉईंट ठरला की म्युझिक ही युनिव्हर्सल लँग्वेज आहे, त्याला कसली बॅरियर्स नाहीत, कास्ट, देश, नॅशनल, काही नाही. तर मी ती वाजवली होती ना.
Wasn't that amazing? Like, can you just imagine this? Like, somebody playing, like, that's what he said in his interview, that he wanted to try out all genres of music, and he did not want that there should be a no for him when it came to trying. So, like, as you heard, he played for lots of film songs. He played this western tune on Santur, which has so many limitations. But when you have that creative zeal within you, I think there's no limit, right? I think even sky cannot be a limit. So yeah, so this is what Pandit Ulhasji was. Isn't it so inspirational, right? So okay, so well, again, sorry for the technical glitch though. So yeah, really apologize. Anyway, so next up is another very popular rag. Let me just sing this. Maybe, I'm sure many of you will recognize this. It's very popular. Sa ga ma pa gama pani sa dha pa ma pa ga sa ga ma pa ga ma re sa re ni sa ma ma ga sa ga ma ga ma re re sa. Rag Maru Bihag. Yes. So we're going to listen to Pandit Ji play a composition in Drut Ek Tal, 12 beat cycle in this rag. Here we go.
Tampure 1 level, 10%, adjustable. Swipe up or down with one finger to adjust the value. 30% charge. Press home to open. Button. Audio. Phyllis list playlist folder. File. Back button. File. Back button. File. iPod library. Button. iTunes. Recently played. Button. 06 Rock Baravi. Phyllis. Audio 2022. Phil. 06 Rock 05 Meru Biham. MP. Select. Button.
Din din dhatraka tuna katta dhatraka dheena din dhatraka tuna katta dhatraka dheena din. Wow.
4:34
So that
PM.
was
35% charged.
Rag Marubihag
Press home to open.
by
Button.
Ulhasji. So
O player. File. Back button. File.
to finish our
File.
session for today, of course, as all of you know, we try to finish our session with Rag Bhairavi because that is the rag that we normally use to finish a musical session. This one is a film song. Now,
Screen dim.
Ulhasji apparently played this song when he did a performance at the Berklee School of Music in Boston.
Screen lock.
And this song, I'm just going to hum the swars of the song. See if you could try to identify the song. Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa, sa pa 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 dha ni sa pa pa pa, ni ma 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 pa dha ni ga ga ga, ma ga re sa ni sa ni sa ma ma, ma pa ma ga ma pa ma ga ga, सा तेरे लिए पलकों की झालर बुनूं. This was the song composed by Panchamda Adi Barman Sahab and sung by the late Lataji. Now, the feel that Ulhasji gets when he plays this song is so interesting to hear. You know, the modulation that he's able to bring in Santur. And I feel that it is so appropriate that we end with this song because it is like Ulhasji paying his tribute to Lataji. Right? So, let's listen to this final composition.
Four 37. Press home to open. Recently played. iPod. Recently played. Audio 2000. Phyllis list 06. Phyllis 06 Rag Bhairavi. Button.
So look at the way he does alap in Bhairavi. Aha.
Screen lock.
Aha. Wow. Isn't that so amazing? You know, let's let's bow down to this amazing artist who sadly, like I said, left us, you know, too early. He could have just done so many more innovations, I'm pretty sure. But, and like I said, it was his tribute to Lata Didi, right? So, uh, what an amazing variety of music he could play on the Santur. So, let's all listen to these artists more and more. As I keep saying, let's not restrict ourselves to listening to just a few artists. Let's just widen our horizons and just keep listening. Just look on YouTube. Just look on YouTube and say Santur, and maybe say flute, maybe mandolin, maybe saxophone. You never know, you might find something very interesting, right? So, and many of the names, Pandit Ulhas Bapat ji, and there are so many Pandits, Vidushi Zareen Sharma ji. Just listen to her. Just such an amazing Asarot player, but sadly nobody, not many people know about her. So, so let's continue our journey. As I said at the beginning, with the inspiration from Lata ji, the blessings from the Lord Almighty, and inspiration from artists like Pandit Ulhas Bapat ji. Let's all continue our journey, and let's feel inspired and overjoyed when we listen to this kind of blissful and divine music. So thank you so much for all your attendance and your patience, really, for the couple of glitches which were kind of unexpected, really. But the next Swar Shravan session 19, will be held exactly a month from today, March 13th, same time, 5:30 Eastern. So please do join us, and please do spread the word among all your friends. And let's meet up then and see who's the next artist by whom we can get inspired. Thank you so much, and namaskar.